brightly lit hallways of our Father's house, things are not the same anymore. Because through those hallways of our Father's house, where love and joy once abounded, now a dark, gloomy cloud hovers, and we are no more than a haunted house. In our Father's house, we forsake our Father, who stands watch at night and rise to bid strangers a good morning. In our Father's house, our brothers and sisters would rather suffer quietly than be vulnerable with us, for we jest at their weaknesses and drown them deep in their fears. In our Father's house, everyone seeks to be the Father's favorite child and to have the biggest bowl of the Father's meal. But when we think Father is away or not looking, we taint his house with vile, unspeakable atrocities he detests. Where are you, executives, vessels, organa, preaching band, prayer wing? And where are you, honored ambassadors, that strangers use our Father's name to line their pockets and sip heavy wine and prey on the poor and weak in our own Father's house? In our own Father's house, we are weak soldiers, unable to stand firm because we reek of unrighteousness. In our own Father's house, where there are no walls and where there is warmth, strangers prefer to stay outside in the cold. We are losing our brothers and sisters to strangers outside our own Father's house. In our own Father's house, strangers are telling us what we should wear and who we should choose our Father to be. In whose Father's house will you hear these abominations? In our own Father's house, we have become puppets of what the Father's Son came to die for. In our own Father's house. In our own Father's house.
At least our Father's house is still brightly lit. He holds a touch of hope for us. Hope that we will become better children. Hope that we will become better brothers and sisters to our brethren. Hope that his glory will be manifested in us. If only we will sit for him to spoon feed us with wisdom. If only we will stop running in circles. He will renew our spirits. He will give us joy. Joy that will overflow from our hearts to every corner of his house. And our Father's house will no longer be like the remnants of the World Trade Center. And we will not become familiar strangers in our Father's house. And we will not alienate our Father in his own house. And strangers wouldn't tell us who our Father should be, because we have encountered the Lord in our Father's house. In our Father's house.